Hello, good morning, afternoon, everyone. Welcome to my channel. What if I told you the difference between being invisible and being unforgettable lies in 5 silent psychological forces no one ever taught you? Not charm, not money, not looks, but power, subtle, invisible, and dangerously effective. Once you understand these rules, women won't just notice you, they'll crave you, obsess over you, and it all begins in the shadows, where most men never dare to go. What if I told you that the difference between being overlooked and being unforgettable isn't about being nicer, richer, or better looking? It's about power. Not the kind you see, but the kind you feel. The kind that operates in silence. Invisible, inevitable, irresistible. Power that lives in 5 psychological forces, forces most men will never learn, never master, and never dare to use. Because they live on the edge of morality, somewhere, between desire and dominance. But once you understand them, once you own them, women won't just notice you, they'll need you, crave you, obsess over you. You won't just enter her life, you'll echo in her soul, and it all begins in the shadows, where most men never go. You see, most men walk through the world of attraction like tourists in a foreign land, smiling, politely, complimenting too much, saying what they think she wants to hear. They try to be kind, respectful, predictable, and in doing so, they become forgettable, because obsession, real, primal, soul-twisting obsession, is not born in safety. It's born in intensity, in contrast, in emotional chaos, in the unpredictable thrill of being pulled close and pushed away. Women don't lose sleep over the guy who texts her good morning every day. They lose sleep over the man she can't quite figure out, the man who doesn't follow the script, the man whose presence is electric, whose absence is haunting. That's what obsession is, an emotional imprint, and you don't leave that imprint by playing it safe. Understand this. A woman doesn't get addicted to you. She gets addicted to the feeling you give her. Your job is not to impress her, it's to move her, to be the calm before the storm, and sometimes to be the storm itself. Let her feel the fire and the silence, the warmth of your attention and the chill of your distance. That contrast becomes a drug, and every time she feels something she can't explain, something she can't control, you take root deeper inside her. Because when her heart races and her mind spins, it isn't logic she turns to, it's you. But emotions alone aren't enough. The mind must be engaged. And here's where most men fail. They overexpose themselves. They reveal too much, too fast. But mystery is magnetic. A man who talks endlessly is forgettable. A man who lets her wonder becomes unforgettable. Speak less than you want to. Let your eyes hold answers you never speak. Drop hints, not explanations. Let her guess. Let her imagine. Because what she imagines will always be more powerful than what you say. Women are storytellers, and if you give her space to wonder, she'll write a narrative in her mind. A story where you are the protagonist, the villain, the secret. Show, unknown. And the mind obsesses over what it cannot explain. And as her mind chases clarity, your presence must do something bold. Disappear. Just enough to become rare. Scarcity isn't weakness. It's power. Every man floods her with attention. But attention that is constant becomes background noise. Predictable. Powerless. You become powerful when your presence is felt in your absence. When your silence is louder than their compliments. When she finds herself checking her phone, not because you messaged, but because you didn't. That emptiness becomes a mirror, and in that mirror she sees only you. But all of this hinges on one absolute law: need nothing. He who needs least controls the frame. Most men pedestalize her. They orbit her. They seek her validation like oxygen. But the moment she senses that your world spins with or without her, everything shifts. You stop being a suitor. You become a standard. You become gravity itself. You don't chase her. You chase your purpose. and she finds herself chasing the man who doesn't chase anything. Independence is sexy. Focus is magnetic. Purpose is irresistible. You want her. You might even love her, but you don't need her. And paradoxically, that's why she needs you. Now here's the final layer, the one few ever master. Vulnerability. Not weakness, not emotional collapse, not oversharing. True vulnerability is showing your wounds, but from a position of strength. You've fallen, you've been broken, you've known darkness, but you rose. And when you speak of your past, you don't bleed, you reflect, you don't cry, you remember. And that remembrance creates something more powerful than sympathy. It creates depth. Women aren't obsessed with perfection. They're obsessed with realness, with resilience, with a man who's been to hell and came back carrying fire in his eyes. When she feels that she has seen something in you no one else sees, that she's been invited into a part of your soul hidden from the world, she feels chosen, special, bonded, and that bond becomes unbreakable. So let me leave you with the truth no one else will tell you. Women don't obsess over men who give them everything. They obsess over men who make them feel everything. Men who awaken every nerve in their body, every fantasy in their mind, every memory in their past. You don't control her. You unlock her. You don't manipulate. You activate. When you become her roller coaster, her question mark, her unrepeatable moment, her comfort and her chaos, you don't just touch her heart, you take her mind. And that's the secret. That's the darkness. That's the power. But understand this, power without restraint is destruction. These rules are not weapons to harm. They are tools to build connection, to create intensity, not toxicity. Use them with responsibility, with ethics. Because once you master this, once you understand these dark principles, you'll find that attention is no longer something you chase. It's something that chases you, obsessively, silently, completely. You don't chase her. You become the flame. And when the flame burns bright enough, even the most guarded heart will come closer, just to feel the heat. That's not manipulation. That's mastery. Let me leave you with this final truth. Women don't obsess over the man who gives them everything. They obsess over the man who makes them feel everything. You're not trying to manipulate. You're not trying to deceive. You're awakening what's already inside her. The desire to chase, to imagine, to crave, to feel. When you become her emotional roller coaster, her unsolved puzzle, her rare addiction, her emotional safe place and her mystery, you don't just win her heart. You take her mind, but beware. Power without restraint becomes destruction. Use these rules ethically, not recklessly. Use them to build connection, not control. Because when you understand these dark principles, you don't ask for her attention, she gives it to you. Freely, obsessively, endlessly. You don't chase her. You become the flame. And when the flame burns bright enough, even the most guarded heart will come closer, just to feel the heat. That's not manipulation. That's mastery.